Good evening, YouTube. It's your boy Mac here, back with another video. Unfortunately, I missed my deadline this past week. I got really busy with work and family time, so I just didn't have time to sit down and do it. But it gave me the opportunity to think about some stuff and not just be on here just yammering away about stuff. And so I got this topic that I'm sure we've all dealt with because most adults or, you know, adolescents have had a boyfriend, girlfriend, been in a relationship. So what today's topic is going to be about is relationships, communication, and how not to carry extra baggage into your present relationship. All right, so just follow me here. So the topics that I want to cover are, and this is all my opinion and some research I did on my own. Uh, One, why carry it into your present? Two, how to argue effectively. Now, when I say argue effectively, I mean that in saying straying away from the negativity. Again, this channel, I want it to be about positivity and helping people grow as individuals, and that can be in any asset or aspect of life. So, you want to learn different ways to communicate instead of just trying to have the last word kind of thing. How that baggage can ruin relationships, and I'm going to talk about. I keep seeing these articles and different memes talking about ships, and I'm going to go into that. And then, lastly, not to say it's negative, but let's be honest, sometimes things just don't work out, and at the point of when you feel like you need to walk away. So, going into my first point, why do we carry it into our present relationship? You can comment, you can question, I can go back and forth with you, but in my understanding, or just from my limited experience on this planet, uh, it's almost one of those things of what you know. So basically, let's say you've been with somebody for a period of time, or not even that, you just started dating somebody, and it's new, y'all still get to know each other, you're in that whole courtship phase, and everything is, oh, lovey dovey, and feelings are flying around, and everybody's happy. But your fallback, unfortunately, sometimes tends to be when you react or when you deal with things, it's based off of what prior knowledge and experience. I mean, as human beings, we are creatures of nature versus nurture and products of our own environment. So that can swing both ways. If you have been in a multitude of negative relationships, then, well, all you know is how to handle things in a negative light. You bring excess insecurities, you point the blame, you fight to just kind of fight as opposed to fight, or I say not fight, but argue, not to come to resolution, but more or less just to voice your opinion, and nobody really succeeds in that. Um, so that again segues into my next topic: how to argue effectively. So again, you want to stray away from negativity, and I actually learned this in a speech class I took some years ago back at Georgia State. It was a speech slash communications class, and basically, it was talking about when you talk to people, when you gauge people with conversation, especially in arguments, if you're constantly using I statements, what that does is naturally put the other person you're talking to on the defense, because as opposed to saying, when you do this, it makes me feel, would be the better way to say it. But when you go around saying, well, I want this, and I need that, and I need this, and I need that, automatically the other person, 9 times out of 10, is not listening to you. What they're doing is formulating their response the whole time you're talking. So you're just going on and on and on and on about whatever your problem is, and like a goddamn hair trigger, the other one's just waiting. They're like you got that, are you done? Are you done, face? Because I'm about to hit her with some new shit. Like, oh, I can't wait till she shut up because I'm about to say something crazy. Or vice versa. And at the end of the day, when you're coupling and you're dating and courting and all that stuff, what are you really gaining from that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to, one, either say, I agree to disagree with you, or you can say, hey, I hear what you're saying. I didn't realize what I was doing was making you feel this way. What can we do, or what can I do to alleviate that stress on your end? What can I do that can help come to a compromise so neither one is feeling slighted? So that's that point. How the baggage can ruin relationships. Again, I'm recently divorced, so trust me, when it comes to new relationships, um, You don't want to be that guy or girl who is like, oh, well, my ex did this, and my ex did that, and my ex did this, and my ex did that, and she was like this, and he said that to me. Because all that does is it puts your partner on kind of eggshells. It's like, well, damn, are they over this person? Or why are they always talking about this person? Or why is this person taking up so much of their mental? And it just creates a whole level of discord that you don't need. And so what you have to realize as individuals is the past happened. Yes, it's not your future. It definitely helped mold you in the present because you're dumb, no offense to anybody, but you're dumb if you have a bad experience and you don't take something from it. And all relationships that end aren't necessarily bad. Experiences is just two people might have grown apart or just it ain't working out the best way. And so even with that, you don't want to every relationship carry that around and be like, oh well, my ex used to do this, or two boyfriends ago he did that, or three girlfriends ago she did this, and I'm just not gonna trust anybody because of that. Because again, like I said in the beginning, when you carry that into the present, all it does is paint your present as you saw your past. As opposed to looking to a future and saying, though that didn't work out and it sucked, I can take something from that and not do it again. So that's my thought on that. Now, this whole idea of being a ship. So I've been seeing all over the internet and Facebook and different people I follow talking about, well, a ship is built sturdy and it's supposed to take you from one point to another, and all your ships in life should be like that. Your friendships, your relationships, and blah, 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 blah. And so it's like, okay, so you look at that and say, me and my partner care about each other. We're interested in each other. We have some shared common interest. That's why we're together. A relation between two things, relationship. But then when you take it to the metaphorical sense and say, okay, well, you're thinking of an actual ship. Like I'm thinking like a Navy aircraft carrier or something, like a battleship. It's like it's tested. It's been through things. It can, churn through rough waters and tides. And that's honestly most relationships. Like everything you see in a romantic comedy and on TV and in these little sitcoms, that ain't real life. I mean, yeah, you could be happy and you could laugh and joke, but there ain't no freaking audience laugh track in the background. There's no, oh, we gonna hug and make up by the end of these next 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes work. Same work it took to build that aircraft carrier and to make it a sturdy battleship. That's how you should treat your relationship, because the more you put into solidifying you two as a whole, when those rough waters do come, or when your relationship does come under attack from people trying to intervene, whether that be family, moms, dads having an opinion, other people trying to hit on you, other people, friends, because what people don't realize is your inner circle can make or break your relationship. Because at the end of the day, when you get with somebody, you want to show them off. You want to, oh, ma, this is who I'm with, this is my girl, or oh, dad, I want you to meet him, he's so nice, whatever. And then in a moment's notice, y'all get pissed off with each other, y'all get in some huge back and forth barking match, and then next thing you know, what happens? You go instinctively tell your friend, because you're not talking to the person you with right now. So you go tell your friend, you tell your family. And the thing that people don't realize a lot of times is, though you may have forgiven the person you're with in that moment, your family and friends don't forget, because at the end of the day, they had you first. So in their mind, oh, this person's just a scumbag. Oh, this person is moody. Oh, this person is rude. Blah, blah, blah. You deserve better. Trust me, I literally lived through it. I can't even tell you some of the conversations I had with my ex's family and finding out that people didn't like me, or people said this about me, or thought I was standoffish. Now, granted, I can be standoffish, but that's more of a personal defense because I'm not comfortable in large crowds. Just don't like people being all up on me like that. And large families can make you feel that way. So when you're thrown into situations that are unknown to you and you're trying to deal with it, you're trying not to be all, standoffish, but at the same time, you have to think to yourself, okay, is this person serious enough for me to stand up to whomever I'm with? I mean, whoever in my family has an opinion, and just basically be like, look, I'm with them. Yes, I know I told you this because I was upset at the time, but I need you to treat them with the same respect that you see me getting. Because at the end of the day, if they make me happy, you should be happy for me. So that's all I got with the ship thing. So the last part, because again, this video is getting longer than I wanted it to be, is when is it time to possibly walk away? To me, A relationship is no longer worth fighting for when you feel like you've lost yourself in it. And when I say lost yourself, I mean there's other things, that happen in relationships, of course, that you can possibly lose yourself. There's infidelity, there's abuse, there's whatever. But when you basically feel like you're putting more into this relationship and losing yourself in it as opposed to the person that you are when you started it, might be time to have that serious conversation and be like, at the end of the day, is this worth it? Can I see a future with this person? Is the anguish or whatever I'm feeling right now worth it? Sometimes we get so caught up in the moment and not think of what the latter is going to be. I can say some nasty things to you right here, right now while arguing, and then next thing you know, I'm snuggled up next to you trying to get some booty, and the female might not be trying to have that because it's like, no, I'm still mad. Or same thing with dudes. It's like, you're not going to disrespect me or make me feel some kind of way, and then I'm supposed to be like, oh, well, whatever, whatever. It doesn't work that way. I mean, we're all, again, human beings and individuals, and we have feelings, and so when those feelings get broached in any way on either side, you have to get to the point of saying, what's good for me? What's good for my peace of mind? What's good for my well-being? Is this a healthy relationship? Can I communicate with this person in a way that doesn't make me feel like I'm wasting my breath? So those are just some tidbits with that, and I just wanted to go over some things I was researching today and some bullet points. I'm not gonna read it, but just the bullet points about how happy couples, how to keep your relationship healthy. Talking openly is one of the suggestions. Keeping it interesting. Knowing when you should seek help. And really, those are the three biggest factors, because to me, if you talk openly and you don't bottle things in, you can squash problems before they get here. If they start down here on a 3, don't let it become a 10 because you didn't want to say nothing or you was trying to keep the peace. No, have that moment. Be mad at each other for that moment, because at the end of the day, if you do that then, as opposed to 2-3 months, when the shit hits the fan moment, like when you keep bottling things up and it's kind of just a snowball effect, and then now you got a big ass avalanche. Had you just dealt with the snowball, you wouldn't have got to the avalanche. So that's what talking openly and keeping it interesting. Again, it's in my opinion, human beings aren't meant to be with one person for the rest of their life. It's unnatural, because the way we're built, you want to procreate, you want to breed, you want to spread your seed. Women want to find a good protector or whatever, and they'll move on to the next dude if they feel like the dude they with can't provide that. And so when keeping it interesting, to me, means find ways to spice up your relationship. Not necessarily you got to go skydiving or nothing like that, but get to know each other, play games with each other, take a moment or take a day to, though I know my girl may not be interested, for example, in anime. If she sat down and watched anime with me, okay, now we're sharing a common interest. Now you're getting to know something about me that I like. And vice versa, if, let's say, she loves bowling, but, I hate bowling. Take a moment, and put yourself aside and say, well, let me go try something that she's interested in, and then we can share a commonality. And even if you don't like it, at the end of the day, you shared that experience by keeping it interesting. So, at the end of the day, y'all, that's been your boy Mac here. That's all I got. Gonna post this very shortly. Hope you see it to the end. I'm sorry it took longer, but again, I feel when we're talking about relationships and you're talking about being positive and healthy in relationships, it's become too much of the standard that it's, okay, I'm gonna get a divorce. Oh, okay, I'm gonna break up. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. To me, if you haven't exhausted all your options, then why did you sign up for a relationship in the first place? Booty is booty, that's fine, but if you're going to be with somebody and be in a relationship and be committed to them, a commitment is a commitment. It says what it says. It takes a commitment. It takes an effort. So if you're not willing to put that in there, then don't waste somebody's time, because then all you're going to do is cause hurt feelings and cause an endless cycle to go on somewhere else. So that's all I really got. Again, I apologize for the length. I'm working on it. I'm kind of trying to get my speed up and my notes together prior, so I can kind of just speed through these things. But trial and error. So it's been your boy Mac again. Appreciate those who follow. Appreciate those who support. Like, comment in the bottom if you have anything to say about what I was discussing here when it comes to relationships, or if you have any, opinions and things that you want to add in. I don't mind. This is an open forum. Love y'all, and I will see you sometime next week.